friend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Doncic finds Kleba. That one goes in.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to George. Jackson against Doncic. Morris outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. From outside, off the mark. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Back to Jackson from past the arc. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And the pass to Doncic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team-first attitude on display.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
And George drops them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Doncic looking it over. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. And that one, good. Doncic has got his second basket of the night.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now here's Jackson. Morris, left side. Kicks it out to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Shoots it up. The shot will not fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. The three from George. That one doesn't drop. The Mavericks leading. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. That's good for George on the assist from Leonard.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jackson. To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. And here they come. Here's Kleba. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. To the left wing. Leonard with the steal. Nobody near George. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field to this point. 4 of 8. Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic. The second chance effort. Got a hand on it.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George passes to Morris. Back to George. Shot on the wing. And that one hits back iron.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Porzingis finds Kleba. Good. Kleba's got 6.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
You look at Porzingis, guys, and I like his versatility, especially on the defensive end where he can guard multiple positions.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 4.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Richardson. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Doncic out there with Powell. And it's Melly in at power forward. Here's Brunson. The Clippers getting the bucket. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Brunson against Rondo. Down low. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Melly passes to Powell. Now Kennard. Rondo finds Kennard. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Mavericks making the shot. Rondo passes to Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside Rondo, down to 5 on the shot clock. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Dallas leading by 3.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Connects in the foul line jumper. Ellie's got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Zubac kicks to Rondo. Here's Mann. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Melly passes to Richardson. Now here's Cauley Stein, the 17-footer. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And he comes up with the deuce. Leonard's got his third basket of the night right there.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Brunson against Rondo. Now here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded. Now the dish to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. Shot from the wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. Doncic outside. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside, George. Jackson from long range. And so it's Dallas. Ahead by 9 is the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Jackson in at the point. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound for Zingis. Second chance shot. And it's laid up and in by Kleba. Kleba's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Mavs. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. George looking around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Outside, Batum. Pass to Morris. Back to Batum. Leonard on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Here's George after Luka Doncic's bucket, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. From deep, George. Morris dishes to Batum. And the shot goes in. Batum's got his first basket of the night.
Nice job at keeping his balance despite getting hit. Batum solid at staying in control of his shot.
Jackson against Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And foul on the and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Takes the three. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 11. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
There's 1:26 left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to Porzingis. Puts it up. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And George with the stuff.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
Dallas leading by 7. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. And there's the pass to Kleba. Back to Porzingis. Shot from 12. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Morris. Now just a 5-point Maverick lead. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Finney-Smith. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Hardaway, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Outside, George from downtown. That one's not going to go. And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Doncic in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. George is checked in for Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. Here's Morris. Another shot. No good on that one. Nice D from Porzingis.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now, here's Doncic. Now, here's Brunson. Back to Doncic. Fires for three. Brunson, no good. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Jackson. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. Kicks it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. And no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Feeds to Batum. Kleba with the rebound. Kleba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Richardson. And it's good, 2 points. Richardson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Richardson, he's a physical guard now. This guy's got good strength, and he powers through physical contact and capitalizes there.
To the paint. Here's Batum. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Count that one. And now a 10-point Maverick lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Jackson against Brunson. George from deep three-point land. Los Angeles with another miss. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Doncic with the bucket. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Hardaway is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Now, here's Doncic. Out to the wing. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. His three-pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 10. And there's Paul George on the assist by Leonard.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Lets it fly. That shot, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Knocks down the 3 ball.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked, confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
Here's Doncic. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Now here's Jackson. Here's George. Morris right side. Outside for George. From about 19 feet. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Hey, when you've got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Doncic outside. The pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Leonard. Misses off the left iron. Launches it. Kept alive. Here's Batum. Inside. Stolen away. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
Thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here are the five for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the three. And for the Nuggets, Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the power forward. Kicks it out to Leonard. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. You know, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Outside, George. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Right side, Gordon. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Murray against Jackson. Murray the pass to Gordon. The kick out to Barton. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. And it's Jokic missing.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Up the floor. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Leonard fires away from outside. Batum passes to Morris. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Murray kicks to Porter. Shoots over Leonard. He can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Barton outside. Leonard against Gordon. Outside for Murray. Over Jackson. And Barton throws it down.
Nice job by Barton as a guard or sometimes small forward to get in there and hustle on the glass.
Jackson against Murray. Outside Jackson. Dishes it to George. Shoots over Barton. Second shot opportunity. And Morris with the lay-in.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Porter bounce pass. Jokic passes to Murray. It's Barton on the wing. Back to Murray. Pass to Porter. Over Leonard. Morris with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
There's no way he even felt that contact. That's what makes Leonard so tough to defend on the dribble drive.
Murray against Jackson. Murray the pass to Jokic. To the middle. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
It's George on the wing. Back to Jackson. Outside for George. Shoots over Barton. The shot by George, no good. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Murray dishes to Gordon. Passes to Barton. Tipped away. It's stolen by Morris. Gordon against Batum. Got a piece of it. Jokic with the steal. Here's Murray. Batum grabs the miss. Here's George. And he banks in the layup.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few.
Southwest, I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, Jermichael Green is out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. Zubac makes it off the glass. Zubac has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Morris finds Millsap. Morris looking over the floor. 5 on the clock. Back to Millsap. The jump hook. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Outside Rondo. Kennard against Morris. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Takes a 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Millsap slams it in.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
Morris against Kennard. Over Millsap. Rondo passes to Zubac. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's
that is.
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Morris, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. In the corner, Kennard with it. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Rondo passes to Zubac. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's Rivers. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
1:04 left to play in the first half. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pulls it up. And the shot falls short this time.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Here's Millsap. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. LA's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Kennard for three. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Green, no luck.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Morris finds Green from 10 feet out, and the jumper is good. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
And that's it for the first. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll do it for our.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Jackson against Murray. On the wing, George. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. George, no good. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. It's a one-point game. Porter passes to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Murray against George. Elbow shot is on the way. Murray, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Morris kicks to George. Over Porter, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. George has gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Left side, Gordon. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. From deep, George. And it's George again missing.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Batum against Murray. Jokic lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Right side, Batum. Outside, George. Off target with his 3.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers. Came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Barton passes to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Jackson against Murray. Pass to Leonard for the tie. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Jokic passes to Murray. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And what a struggle it has been, yet to convert a single shot from the field.
The shot by George, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. He's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
I think Will Barton has figured out that scoring from the free throw line can be a good thing. You think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. And then for the Clippers, Mann's checked in. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Murray with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Outside for Murray. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out on a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
Gordon kicks to Morris. Right wing. Now, Jokic, 8 points for him. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Green, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's Rivers in for Jamal Murray. Kennard for three. He doesn't hit that one. Denver in the lead. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target with the open look. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jackson, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. For the lead, Jokic with the steal. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Nuggets have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
And for a big man, Jokic is more than just a good free throw shooter. He is fantastic.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top, up by 4. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Clippers trail by 4. We've got JaMychal Green. Jamal Murray is out there with Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. The pass to Batum. Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Count it. Good. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Jokic taking initiative on defense, showing he has those hands on that end of the floor as well.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Green. And the Clippers with a change here too. George is checked in. Gordon against Leonard. And Batum kicks to George. No good on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 6. Here's Murray. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
George against Murray. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Jokic passes to Morris. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
The Nuggets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. The kick out to Porter. Back to Gordon. Jokic against George. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Jokic missing. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Barton is checked in. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Well, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Barton outside. Murray against Jackson. Jokic kicks to Porter. Passes it to Gordon. And here's Jokic. Shoots over Batum. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon. Jokic has got 10 points here in the second half. It's George on the wing. On the wing, Morris. Outside for George. And George with the stuff.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control even at full speed.
Left side, Gordon. It's Porter. It's out the key. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. There's the dish to Gordon. The shot from the low post is good. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Jokic with the steal. Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Fires from deep. Another three for Denver.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Leonard, no luck. Morris with the ball. He kicks it to Jackson. Shoots the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Gordon. Fires the three. No good.
Making the suffocating defensive play right there. Leonard, an overwhelming force on that end of the floor.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our GA.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the 2 guard. Now here's Kleba. Pass to Finney-Smith. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Here's Kleba. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And so here is Dallas. And here is Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Kleba. Over Gordon. Kleba, no good. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Here's Doncic following the score by Aaron Gordon.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And Barton gets it to go on the assist by Gordon.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Kleba. Out to Doncic. Porzingis at the elbow. Here's Finney-Smith. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
And finished off by Porter.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now, here's Doncic. Will it go? And that's 2 points on the layup.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Doncic against Murray. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Now here's Brunson. The pass to Melly. Down low. Out to Doncic. Pass to Melly. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Rivers. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Powell. Jokic, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Denver. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Now, here's Doncic, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Richardson, good.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Denver leading by 4. Morris outside to the left wing. To the inside. They kick it out to Green. Wide open look. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
36 seconds left to play here in the first. Runs in the pass to Richardson. Back to Brunson from downtown. Denver grabs the miss. Inside, Rivers. To the paint. Morris outside. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Here's McGee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Denver, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And so it's Denver in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Joe. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each game.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver, Austin Rivers is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Nikola Jokic. Passes it to Jokic. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Jokic has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for Denver.
Nice touch on the jump shot. Jokic's shooting ability changes his team's definition of spacing.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Dallas making a switch here. Zingas, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Mavericks trail by 6.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these 2 guys can be.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Dozier. That shot off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. In the corner, it's Richardson. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Here's Dozier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks to Rivers. The 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Now here's Richardson. He's guarded closely. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The pass to McGee. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Porzingis kicks to Kleber. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Melly is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Richardson. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Barton outside. Pass to McGee. In the corner, Murray with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Mavericks trailing. Melly passes to Kleber. And here is Hardaway. Barton defending. Hardaway with the bounce pass. Pass to Kleber. With the shot. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Kleber's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. Barton outside. Back to Murray. Millsap left side. Murray finds Porter. Now here is McGee. Goodbye Porzingis. Shoots from the high post. No good that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Dallas. They're on a 12-4 run. Out to Hardaway. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Melly passes to Hardaway. The dish to Doncic. Over Murray. That one a little long. Right side Millsap. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. It's all tied in Denver.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. And fellas, Jamal Murray is an out-and-out scorer. Running off screens or off the bounds, And that does it for our halftime show.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One of the stories so far, Maxi Kleber getting it done today.
And, you know, not always the guy that you would expect to be making the big plays, but so far tonight, he has delivered.
On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. It's his first trip to the line.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Trailing by 2. Gordon dishes to Murray. Back to Gordon. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Porzingis.
Well, what you love about Aaron Gordon, he's got strength, athleticism, and a high motor. This guy can make tough shots.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 6.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Porter finds Gordon. Back to Porter. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Murray with the defensive effort.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Murray against Doncic. Clock at 6. Back to Gordon from 12 feet out. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kleba, the pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis kicks to Finney-Smith. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Nuggets trail. Here's Gordon. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Gordon's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleba. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Green against Brunson. Richardson outside. Brunson finds Richardson. They get it back. Doesn't go that time. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Passes it to Jokic.
And that stifling defense of Cauley-Stein is what got him drafted 6th back in 2015.
And Doncic gets it to go.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And the pass to Jokic. And here's Morris for 3. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Doncic outside. No good from outside. The Nuggets trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
1:06 left in the 3rd quarter. Gordon, the pass to Green. Shoots. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Feeds it to Richardson. And he makes good on the layup. Richardson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Gordon finds Jokic. Back to Gordon. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Gordon's got 9 points now in just the second half. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely. Unloads. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Morris against Brunson. Morris passes to Jokic for the tie. No good. 3/4 of play in a close game here. It's Dallas up by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Murray out there with Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. And that one drops.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Murray against Brunson. Finney Smith passes to Kleba. Down low. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. Here's Finney Smith. Off target from outside. The Nuggets shooting 43% from the field. Here's Murray. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Murray's got his first points of the night.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Out to Hardaway. Just to Porzingis. Off target from three-point range. Denver in the lead. In the corner, Murray with it from outside the arc. Kleba with the rebound.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Hardaway against Millsap. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. To the middle. It's deflected. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Millsap. And it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
And Millsap is a team player. Someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts. Getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Pass to Kleba. Porzingis to stop the drought, and the layup is up and in.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
Outside Millsap. Passes to Porter. Murray outside. Millsap trying to get open. Murray, no good. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Kleba. Here's Hardaway. And stolen by Murray. And up before again for the Nuggets. One in the court. The 3. And it's Jokic missing. Dallas has gone ice cold from three-point land. 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. From the wing, Porter. And there's the pass to Millsap. Jokic against Kleber. Just 5 on the clock. Jokic passes to Porter. And nothing but hair on that one.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
58 seconds left in the game. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway finds Brunson. Here's Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Pass to Kleber. Deflects the pass. Murray the pass to Porter. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Brunson, no good. For 3. No good that time. So the Nuggets win it. It was up for grabs, right? David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. What a story. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson, Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 5 to shoot. Hardaway, no good. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. And it's George finishing it off.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Hardaway against George. Now the pass to Kleba. Now here's Porzingis. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And it's George missing. Here's Hardaway. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Now, here is Morris. There's Jackson with the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Doncic, Hardaway for 3. They get the rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Jackson against Doncic. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. Beyond the arc. Up again. The shot comes out. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Hardaway passes to Kleba. Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Clippers trail by 6. George up top. Guarded by Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
In OKC, Paul George showed he can be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Zubats. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Jackson. Right side, George. Back to Jackson. Leonard inside. Guarded by Doncic. And the shot is good.
Kawhi, a double-digit rebounder in college. Scouts knew that would be a transferable skill of his.
Brunson against Jackson. Pass to Melly. Back to Brunson. And here is Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Powell. Pass to Brunson. No good on the 3. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 4. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. Brunson finds Powell. Releases from 15. It's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
52 seconds left to play in the first. George looking over the floor. From the arc. Outside for Jackson. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Beautiful to the eyes. That's good fundamental basketball. You love to see that playing the right way.
It's Richardson on the wing. Offline with his three. Clippers trail by 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Luka Doncic.
So difficult to stop Leonard from scoring. Sometimes you just have to foul him.
At the line for 2.
Leonard hits them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Jackson against Brunson. Doncic outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 4 and will return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Brunson against Jackson. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Leonard, no love. The Mavericks leading. Here's Cauley Stein. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's Los Angeles now. Jackson looking it over. The dish now to Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on. And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
That ties it up. George has got 6 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Richardson against George. Here's Richardson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Porzingis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Here's the pass to Zubac. Back to Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Porzingis. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Finney Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard inside. Kleba on him. And the dunk by Zubac.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Richardson against George. Passes to Finney Smith. There's 1:40 left in the first half. Back to Richardson. That shot off. And the Clippers will come the other way. Rondo drives in. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Now the Mavericks with it. Porzingis with the ball. Leonard picks him up. That one falls. And it's 8 points for Porzingis.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
And Rondo sends it back.
What? Nice defense by Rondo there, rising up to block that one.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Richardson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Right side, Porzingis. Pass to Finney Smith. Lets it go from the wing, and that's good for 2. Finney Smith's got his first basket. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Pass to Zubac. Back to Rondo. George. And George able to finish. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Richardson outside. Here's Kleba. The layup missed. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll be back for the second half follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Batum in its center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 41% on the night.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Jackson against Doncic. Kicks it to Hardaway. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morris, no good. The Mavericks trailing. And Porzingis, here we go. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And he has really great coordination to go along with the body control. Porzingis able to convert some tough baskets.
The pass to Batum. He dishes it to Morris. Off target on the 15-footer.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
for the finish, and Morris throws it down.
Because of Georgia's strong defensive instincts, he's able to consistently disrupt opponents.
Hardaway passes to Kleba, and it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleba. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. That shot misses. Great D that time from Batum.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Cauley-Stein at the elbow. Passes it to Melli. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Jackson. And he lays it straight in. Now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Hardaway against Kennard. Now here is Hardaway. Defense is right there. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the basket by Jackson. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Shot clock at 3. Here's Jackson, and Kennard wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Clippers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Kennard finds Batum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleba comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. 32 seconds left in the third. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Rondo looking around to the inside. Kennard. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Dallas. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line. Just a shade under 90%.
You know, there's always going to be room in this league for guys like Luke Kennard. He can shoot, he can pass it, and he can put it on the floor.
Rondo against Doncic. To the paint. 4 seconds left. And the nice bucket inside from Kleba.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Clippers on top, up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And it's off from three-point range. And the Clippers call time here. Both teams deciding to change it up. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Doncic against Jackson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Hardaway against George. Shot clock at 5. And it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Jackson against Doncic. The 3 from Leonard. Kleba with the rebound.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Clippers leading by 4. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Jackson against Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Kleba. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Jackson. The putback. Here's George. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Doncic against Jackson. Doncic, no good.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Paul George with the steal. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Jackson against Doncic. Looking to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Hardaway against George. Leonard on the wing. Inside. Here's Morris. Outside for Jackson. Batum against Porzingis. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Kleba. Down low. Stolen by George.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Doncic against Jackson. In the corner, it's Kleba. Launches a three. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. And George kicks to Leonard. Morris right side. Can't hit from in close. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Morris in at the 4. Now here's Barton. Gordon with it. George picks him up. Back to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. you know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Now here's George following the miss by Jokic.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
And George drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Outside Porter. Gordon inside. He's against Morris. Murray right side. Jokic trying to free himself up. He shoots again. Back to Gordon. Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Porter. The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. Inside. Gordon finds Barton. 5 on the clock. There's Porter with the 3. Denver the rebound. Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
The kick out to Barton. Jokic trying to free himself up. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Now here's Porter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Here's Barton. Up again. Clanks the putback jam. Clippers leading by 4. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
Now here's Barton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bucket is good.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Barton against George. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Morris. Pass to Rondo. Off target with his 3. The Nuggets trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Gordon. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The inside is where Gordon is really most comfortable and effective. Very few defenders can get to a shot given how high he gets up on it.
And there's the pass to Morris. On the wing, Morris. Back to Kennard. Jokic with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Gordon's got his second basket of the game.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
Now, here's Kennard. From deep. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Gordon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got his third basket of the night.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
They've got Rajon Rondo. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's man in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. There's the feed to Green. Morris outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Millsap. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Morris. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Rivers passes to Green. Back to Rivers. And here's Morris for 3. Can't hit that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. And here's the fast break. Here's man. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. The Nuggets shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Here's Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Leonard. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Passes it to Rivers. Pass to Millsap. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, I like seeing Millsap sell that pump fake. He's very effective at drawing the foul once that defender has bid on the fake.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Porter's checked in for Denver. Batum brings the double team. Green against Leonard. Outside Porter. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off. That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Here's man. Leonard on the wing. Left side, Batum. Jackson against Porter. To the inside. And Jokic with the basket on the assist from Porter. Jokic has got 7 points in the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Jokic finds Millsap. To the middle. Here's Rivers. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Rivers has got his first 2 points of the night. George looking around. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of the game. George got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And then for Denver, Aaron Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Will Barton in for Austin Rivers. Barton outside. Leonard with the steal. George with no one around. Misses the three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Jokic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard on the wing. Jokic defending. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Nuggets have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
This one for 3. George, no good. And they're on the break. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points. And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Barton in at the 2 spot. Here's Gordon, following the score by Reggie Jackson. 5 to shoot. Barton finds Gordon. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Now Jokic, defended by Batum. Another miss by Jokic.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Now Murray. Paul George missing from long range. Sinks the triple. Murray's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's George. 10 points for him. Jackson dishes to Morris, and it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Porter, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Pass to Murray. On the wing, Porter. Back to Murray. Denver passing it around. Leonard with the steal. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Jackson.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player, very effective at finding the open man, too.
The pass to Jokic. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
From deep, George. The shot missing. Barton with some nice D.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now here's Barton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up Los Angeles. The Clippers again in transition. That one goes. Count it. Now it's just a 3-point Nugget lead.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Now, here's Jokic. 11 points in the game. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. The kick out to Barton. Just 4 to shoot. Odd pass to Gordon. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
George against Barton. Outside, George. There's the triple. Porter pulls it in.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Murray with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Murray, no good. Clippers trail by 5. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson up top. He's covered by Murray. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And we've reached the end of the third. Nuggets lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Lobbed up there for Green. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And Denver also making a switch. JaVale McGee's checked in for Paul Millsap. In the corner, Kennard with it over Morris. And that one hits back iron.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
To the wing right side. Inside. Puts it up from 7. Count it. Morris has got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Kennard against Morris. Here's the three. That shot missing. And Denver the other way now.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Back to McGee. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And there's another turnover by the Nuggets.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Beverly. Ibaka. Wide open. He fires. And the Clippers miss again.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. McGee dishes to Morris. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Morris outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Denver making a switch here. Martin is checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jackson looking around. Leonard on the wing. Shoots it. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Leonard against Porter. In the corner, it's Morris. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson has the open look. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Outside, Porter. Green, the pass to Barton. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. The teardrop falls in. Green's got his first basket of the night.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
And George kicks to Jackson. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jermichael Green. Rivers comes in for Will Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Murray from deep. Jokic on the follow. And now an 11-point Nugget lead.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time. Never giving up on a possession.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. And so he hits both. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it to Porter. Pass to Murray. McGee with it. Outside Porter. Jokic trying to free himself up. The second effort. And the pass to Rivers. Murray against Jackson. Murray the pass to Porter. Jokic trying to free himself up. That's good from Porter on the assist by Murray. Porter's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets. And it's the Clippers ball. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shot left block. Morris with the bucket.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Outside Porter. Here's Murray. Batum grabs the miss. Morris against Rivers. Morris with the bucket.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
So the Nuggets win it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an out.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Will Barton, Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Murray, and it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Doncic on the wing. Hardaway. Pass to Kleber. Jokic with the steal. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Hardaway. From outside, off the mark. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have two names for you, Stockton and Malone. And how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
Now, Doncic, after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. Doncic passes to Kleba. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. No good on the triple. Murray with it. Hardaway picks him up. Cuts off the pass. And stolen by Barton. They swipe it. Here's Kleba. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Outside, Porter. The pass to Jokic. Murray outside. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Barton with some nice D.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Back to Jokic. Gordon inside. 6 on the shot clock. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic outside. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Dallas no good that time either. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Barton with it. Hardaway picks him up. Down low. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Doncic. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Hardaway, and it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Back to Barton. To the paint. Here's Jokic. The shot, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look for Dallas. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Denver also making some changes. Millsap comes in for Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Barton. Here's Millsap. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Here's Melly. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris passes to Millsap. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really the hard work and the lunch pail mentality of a guy like Paul Millsap, who made himself into an all-star in the Eastern Conference. He's got tremendous skill and versatility.
Doncic outside. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They have been... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melly in at the 4 spot. Millsap misses. Mavericks trail by 6. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Morris. Richardson the pass to Melly. Morris with the rebound.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Inside, Millsap with the steal. To the middle, here's Rivers. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Morris passes to Rivers. Denver passing it around. Pass to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Misses from close range. Mavericks trail by 8.
And after some time over in France and the G League, Jermichael Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Here's Green after Luka Doncic's bucket. Millsap, it's good on the putback.
There's been a lot of attention around the league about how good Millsap was defensively on the interior, but don't forget about what he could do on the offensive glass.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Pope loose. To the inside. It's stolen by Green. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Back to Rivers. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Doncic kicks to Cauley-Stein. That shot is off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Passes it to Millsap. It's tipped. Morris outside. Denver gets it back. And it's Millsap with the extra effort. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Now the pass to Brunson. The 17-footer buries the jump shot.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Green in the post. Powell's there, and Green gets it to go.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Down low. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Morris passes to Millsap. It's deflected. Morris against Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. A second chance effort. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Finney-Smith.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And Millsap slams it in.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
Here's Richardson. He dishes it to Hardaway. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you back. There was no stopping Paul Millsap in the first half. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds. And that's...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Michael Porter. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. Clock at 4. Denver needs to get off a shot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Now, here's Doncic. Inside, here's Porzingis, out to Doncic. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Back to Barton. On the wing, Gordon. To the inside. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. 6 to shoot. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Doncic against Murray. Up top, Doncic. Pass to Kleber. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Murray surveying the D. Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. It's deflected. They get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Melly is checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. Mavericks trail by 10. Pass to Melly. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And they cash in right away with a quick shot. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the night. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside, Porter. To the wing on the left. And it's Melly with the rebound.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Nice shot by Porzingis. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Melli passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Outside Hardaway. To the middle. Stolen by Gordon. Passes to Jokic. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. 1:36 left to play in the third. Brunson against Morris. And the pass to Melli. Back to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis. Excellent D that time there from McGee. The Nuggets leading by 8. Pass to Rivers. And stolen by Richardson. Out to Porzingis. Uncovered. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Passes it to Dozier. Back to Morris. 19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Rivers passes to Millsap. Clock at 6. Down low. Morris trying to free himself up. And it's Millsap with the extra effort.
Wow, can't lose Millsap on the boards, and surprisingly up quick for a finish on the offensive glass.
Here's Finney-Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Morris with the bucket.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Knocked away. Doncic outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Green dishes to Morris. Gordon kicks to Morris. To the inside. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Denver grabs the miss. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. inside. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Green. Kleber with the rebound.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And there's the pass to Jokic. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, you have to think, if Jokic is that good a passer, his mind is always working. Why not work it to get contact like that?
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Back to Gordon. Now Green.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Denver leading by 13. On the wing, Morris lets it go with a three. Dallas now running out of time. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Hardaway finds Kleber. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Pass to Jokic. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth. Kleber with the rebound. Mavericks have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Hardaway passes to Kleber.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
To the paint. Back to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. Porzingis against Jokic. Outside for Murray. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And he converts the layup.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Porter passes to Murray. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Murray finds Jokic. Barton outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Porter. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Porzingis. Jokic with the steal. So we see Denver get the win here. A narrow win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So